This is going to be a overview of my TriCopter. I've had several people ask about the different components I use, so I'm just going to give a brief explanation of everything I'm using for it. The booms are carbon fiber tubing. I think they're about 1-inch diameter. The rear boom is the same thing, but it's also got another tube running inside on ball bearings for the yaw control. These are Hobby City 750 kV outrunners, and I believe these are super simple. I think 15 or 18 amp ESCs. I'm using 11 by 4.7 slow flyer props with spinners on them. I'm not running counter rotating props. Some guys do to help counteract the torque, and you don't have to run those. You can actually just trim it out so the yaw tilts a little bit, and that'll counteract it. But if you do that, just have all of it coming from one prop for the counteraction, it doesn't hover flat. It'll hover at an angle. So I've got each of the front booms tilted just a little bit, so it counteracts the torque. You might be able to see it there. It doesn't take a lot, but it makes a big difference. It makes it hover flat and counteracts the torque, so you don't have to worry about trying to get counter-rotating sets. The body itself is carbon fiber laminated balsa. Light, very strong, works great. The gear is 500 size heli gear from a T-Rex clone. The canopy is also a T-Rex clone. Just snaps on Velcro. Easy to get to the batteries and take off. I think that's it. Alright, I'll show you the interior. The body is made of thin, flexible plastic, clear, and I just painted it. I think this is actually PETG, which is used for vacuum molding. It's very flexible. For the interior, I've got just one Hyperion programmable digital servo metal gear ball bearing for the yaw. I had used just normal servos in my previous designs, and they just kept stripping. So definitely go with ball bearing metal gear. I'm using Telebi gyros, one on each boom, and it's important that you don't put them exactly 90 degrees. They need to go in line with the boom. It makes a big difference on the way it performs and how steady it is. I've got one more gyro for the rear for yaw control. That one's in heading hold control. The rest of these are in rate mode. For the boom clamps, I just use these electrical clamps from Home Depot or Lowe's. Pretty simple. Just bolt them down. Rest everything else is just this is just a LED sequencer for the LEDs and a driver for the glow wire right there. I'm running two 3S 2200 milliamp battery, so I get about 4400 milliamp for runtime capacity, and I can stretch it about 15 minutes. I usually go about 10 or 12 with the 4400. I can run it off one, and I get about 6 minutes. It's a bit more maneuverable with just one, but I like both of them in there for the runtime, and the extra weight actually helps for keeping it steady in the wind. So I think that's about it for the interior.